The 9th of Av, a solemn time for the Jewish nation. Certain mourning customs are followed, and certain parts of the Torah are reviewed. Today we shall cover the first two temples, the years they existed, and the way they were built. The first temple, it was built in 832 BCE, which is year 2928 according to the Jewish calendar. It was built by King Solomon, and it stood for 410 years. The second temple, built in 352 BCE, which is year 3408 in the Jewish calendar. It was built by Zerubbabel and later fixed up by King Herod around year 20 BCE. It stood for 420 years. There are discrepancies with secular historians, however. They believe the first temple was destroyed in 586 BCE. Jewish sources give the approximate year of 422 BCE. This is a difference of about 160 years. Materials for the first temple: cedar wood from Lebanon as well as cypress and fir trees. Huge quarried stones. 600 plus talents used just for the overlay, which is over 18,000 kilograms of gold. Silver and bronze. Fabric and dye: Tehelet, blue; Argamon, purple; Tolaat Shani, red. For King Herod's temple, the second temple: cedar wood for the beams and paneling. Stone from Solomon's quarries under the Temple Mount. Gold and silver overlay on furnishings and gates. Bronze and copper used in gates and utensils. White marble that appeared white as snow and gold plating for the eastern facade which shone like the sun. Dimensions of the first temple. The main building was composed of three parts: Olam, entrance hall; Hayhal, sanctuary; Kodesh ha-Kodashim, Holy of Holies. They were all the same width. Entrance hall was stunted at 10 amot, sanctuary was 40 amot long, and the Holy of Holies was 20 amot. Also the heights got lower as holiness increased, from 120 amot to 30 to 20. Dimensions of the second temple. This time the entrance hall and main sanctuary were 100 amot wide, with the Holy of Holies again being 20 amot wide. In length, the entrance hall again was stunted at 11 amot. The main sanctuary was 40 amot and the Holy of Holies 20 amot. In height, the entrance hall and sanctuary were both 100 amot and the Holy of Holies was now 40 amot. Please be aware, 1 amah is approximately 18 to 24 inches, or 0.45 to 0.6 meters. This means that the entrance hall during the first temple at 120 amot high was about 60 meters tall. The second temple saw a lower entrance hall at 100 amot and the Holy of Holies went from being a perfect 20 amot cube to being 40 amot tall. King Herod's renovations to the second temple. He added the Azara and built the Har Bayit. The courtyard was 135 amot wide by 187 amot long. The Temple Mount was 500 amot squared, so about 250 meters by 250 meters. That is about 125,000 square meters, equivalent to 30 acres, matching with modern archaeological measurements.
Workforce and duration for the first temple. According to Melahim Aleph chapter 5, verses 27 to 30, there were 180,000 workers, consisting of 30,000 men rotating monthly, 70,000 burden carriers, and 80,000 stone cutters. Per Melahim Aleph 638, the first temple took 7 years to complete.
Workforce for the second temple, initial construction around 516 BCE. Jews returning from the exile in Babylon, led by Zerubbabel and Joshua the high priest, were the primary builders. Per Ezra chapter 2 verse 64, skilled laborers, artisans, and volunteers from among the 42,360 returnees. Per Ezra chapter 6 verse 3 to 5, there was also assistance from Persian authorities. The duration for the initial second temple, according to Ezra chapter 6 verse 15, it was built over 4 years, beginning around 521 BCE until 516 BCE. It was done during the reign of Darius I of Persia. Now for the workforce during Herod's renovation of the second temple from around 20 to 16 BCE. According to Bava Batra 3a, Herod employed 10,000 workers daily.
consisting of 1,000 priests trained as masons and builders to construct and renovate areas of the temple requiring ritual purity. Work began with careful respect for the existing structure. The temple services were not stopped during the renovations. The duration of Herod's renovation. According to Avodah Zarah 54a in the Talmud, it wasn't fully completed until shortly before its destruction. The major construction took about 8 years, then renovations and additions continued for over 80 years. So it started around 20 BCE and continued until around 10 BCE for the main renovation, but some work continued for many more decades. Thank you for watching. Hope this presentation was able to teach you new things. It at least made me curious of 2 things that can hopefully be looked at closer in the future. Is there a connection between Darius I of Persia and Megillat Esther? And what was the training like for the priests to work on Herod's renovations? Thanks again and take care.